Sadio Mané is one of the best African footballers of all time. From the small village of Bambali to the biggest stadiums in Europe, it was a long road for the Senegalese striker. His family did not support his dream of becoming a footballer, and he fought against all odds to live his passion. Want to know more about the Senegalese striker? Then hang on tight. Here are 15 facts about Sadio Mané. Sadio Mané was ready to do anything to fulfill his dream. At first, the parents of the future Senegalese international player refused to see him devote himself to football. For them, their son's destiny was clear. He would study and become a teacher. But this was without counting on the determination of young Mané, who decided to make a run for it at the age of 15 to live his dream. A strong choice that allowed him to join Generation Foot sometime later, this time with the support of his family. The French club FC Metz spotted him, and in 2011 he started his professional career. Little by little, the Bambali native rose to prominence. In August 2012, the striker joined Austrian club Salzburg for €4 million. There, Mané made the most of his talent. In 87 games, he scored a whopping 45 goals. The rest of his Austrian adventure was a little less glorious. In 2014, Mané wanted to leave Salzburg, and to give his managers an extra push, he decided to stop training with the club. To get what he wants, Mané obviously doesn't shy away from anything. Before joining Southampton in the summer of 2014, Mané could have signed for Borussia Dortmund. At that time, the Royal Club was coached by a certain Jurgen Klopp. If the transfer did not succeed, it was simply because the German coach refused to sign the Senegalese striker. I've made a few mistakes in my life, and one of the biggest was not bringing Mané to Dortmund. With the Saints, Mané set the record for the fastest hat-trick in Premier League history. It was on May 16, 2015 in Southampton's 6-1 win over Aston Villa. The striker scored 3 times in just 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Previously, the record was held by Robbie Fowler, who scored a hat-trick against Arsenal in 4 minutes and 33 seconds. On June 28, 2016, Liverpool snatched Mané from Southampton's hands for €41 million. The Reds did not hesitate to break their piggy bank to secure the services of the prodigy striker. If he becomes the third Senegalese to join the club after El Hadji Diouf and Salif Diao. He also becomes the second most expensive transfer in the club's history, behind Andy Carroll and the most expensive African player in football history. In his first league appearance, Klopp's new protege scored the winning goal against Arsenal. Mané, positioned on the wing, quickly became a prime offence weapon for Liverpool. He became one of the best players in the Premier League. In his first season, he was named in the league's best team and voted best player by Liverpool fans. On February 14, 2018, Mané scored his first hat-trick for Liverpool. It was in the last 16 of the Champions League in Porto. On that occasion, he became the second Liverpool player to score an away hat-trick on the European stage. A month later, Sadio Mané scored another league goal against Bournemouth. With this goal, he became the best Senegalese striker in the history of the Premier League, a record previously held by Demba Ba. In the same year, Liverpool lost the Champions League final to Real Madrid. Sadio Mané once again made history. He became the first Senegalese to score in the final of Europe's most prestigious competition. It was also Sadio Mané's 10th goal of the tournament. Along with Mohamed Salah and Roberto Firmino, it is also the first time that 3 players from the same team have scored 10 goals in the Champions League year. In the 2018-19 season, Mané became joint Premier League best alongside Mohamed Salah and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. In the same year, the Senegalese was voted best player in Europe by the magazine Ons. He thus became the third African player to win his award after George Weah in 1995 and Didier Drogba in 2004. Also in 2019, Sadio Mané won the African Player of the Year award. The Senegalese winger finished just ahead of his teammate Mohamed Salah and Manchester City's Riyad Mahrez. In December, he finished 4th in the Ballon d'Or, much better than his 23rd and 22nd places the 2 previous years. In a 5-0 away win against Watford on October 16, 2021, Mané scored his 100th Premier League goal. A feat that only 2 African players have achieved so far, Didier Drogba and Mohamed Salah. And that without scoring a single penalty. Hats off to the artist. In 2019, Sadio Mané is part of the standard 11 of the Champions League, indisputable proof of his success at club level. On the other hand, in the national team, he has not always been unanimous among Senegalese fans. His missed penalty in the quarter-finals of the 2017 African Cup of Nations against Cameroon and the defeat in the final against Algeria 2 years later are at the root of this slight dislike. The Red striker's home had been broken into twice. The first time was in November 2017 as Liverpool travelled to Maribor for a Champions League match. 2 years later, Mané left to play another Champions League game against Bayern. The burglars took advantage of the footballer's absence to steal car keys, watches, and even phones. Speaking of phones, at the end of 2019 on Boxing Day, Liverpool won 4-0 against Leicester. After the game, the Reds fans spotted Mané using an iPhone with a damaged screen. Even though his salary allows him to buy any of the latest phones, the Liverpool striker has come up with an answer of his own. Why would I want 10 Ferraris, 20 diamond watches, or 2 aeroplanes? What will these things do for me and for the world? Mané prefers to invest his money elsewhere. In 2019, he donated $250,000 to build a school in his hometown in Senegal, as well as a mosque to honour his father. In 2021, he also donated £500,000 to build a hospital in Bambali. Finally, in the midst of the pandemic, Mané donated $41,000 to the Senegalese health authorities. As you can see, Sadio Mané is still very attached to his native land. He continues to return regularly to spend his holidays there. Today, the Senegalese striker is more than just a local star. In 2020, New African magazine named him one of the top 100 most influential African personalities on the planet. An honorary distinction that shows that Sadio Mané's impact goes far beyond football. Which anecdote has made the biggest impression on you? Which player would you like to see next? Tell us all about it in the comments, and if you liked it, don't hesitate to talk about our channel around you, to like, share, and subscribe.